Hi friends, it's Sim here again and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do this DIY boho wall hanging that I've been wanting to do for a couple of months now. I've been going through a lot mentally and emotionally, and when that happens I really struggle to create. On the other hand, I've realized that doing something creative pushes me past the hard stuff, the pain, the anger, the frustration, the concern. And so I took a breath, I took a moment, and I decided to create. I hope you enjoyed this video. So, surprisingly today I started with an actual plan for this DIY. I've literally been dreaming about this DIY for months, not even joking. Every night and like every day it's been haunting me. A couple of months ago I cleaned up my room and cleaned out some of our old suitcases that have been sitting in my room for like years and years and years. And in one of the suitcases I found these vintage doily table runners and one huge crocheted doily type tablecloth that my mom had been saving for some special occasion, not sure what. And I decided that there needed to be a wall hanging. As you can see here where I am drawing, I am busy drawing the 6-paneled doily table runners, um, and using them to sound like a robot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Basically, I'm drawing out my plan. I have the table runners that I want to use at the top as kind of the movement of the wall hanging, and then using the tablecloth as the main part. I am also drawing a macrame cord as well as a bunch of beads that I have into one long string across the wall hanging. I've had these beads forever. I think I had them when I came back from Hong Kong, or when I went to Hong Kong, I had bought these beads. I'm not sure how it happened, but I have these beautiful mahogany beads that I've just never used, and so I decided to use them for this wall hanging. For this DIY, you will need wooden beads. I like these dark ones, but you can use light ones if you want. 2 different colors of wool. I chose white and that beautiful peachy color. White macrame t-shirt cord, as well as your vintage runners or tablecloth. For the first step, you will need a fairly large needle, or a needle with a very large eye. I put my wool through there. I'm going to be using this to string the beads. I want to just say that using the wool was a mistake because the inside of the beads is quite rough, and I wish I had realized that before I just started stringing them on. So I think that if you can, try and use a string or rope that is quite smooth, and can glide quite easily through the beads. I just put the beads on the string, and I think my bead ended up being about 1.5 meters long. My bead string ended up being 1.5 meters long.
So the next step is creating your macrame braid, I want to call it. I really wanted this to be very simplistic, but somehow look super intricate. And I've been doing macrame for about a year and a bit now, so I do have a working knowledge of the stitches and the knots. But for you, if you are a beginner, there are incredible tutorials online on YouTube that you can have a look at that can teach you some of the basic knots. And the basic knots look amazing, guys. They really make your work look like you've been doing this for years. So I'm not going to explain it here, but I will say that the stitch that I'm using here is a clove hitch, or it's also called a double half hitch. And what I love about this one is that it has this like spiral effect, and it kind of looks like a wave. Maybe not a wave, but it really feels like it's a wave. It's so organic and beautiful. It doesn't take that long to do, and I just used 4 pieces of the t-shirt cording, and I think they were like maybe
3 meters long each. I wish I had made this a little bit longer, but I know for the future now. But it is so cute. As you can see here, I had gotten it done as far as I could, and I wanted to carry on, but I wanted to show you how it looks. You know what it looks like actually? It looks like the DNA sequence. You know how they always tell us that this is how our DNA looks? This is what I feel like this looks like. If you watch The Big Bang Theory, they have that huge DNA, like, it's a toy basically, but it's the DNA, or the symbol of what a DNA looks like, and I think that this looks very much like that. Macrame is simple and it is hard, but I definitely think that you should try it, and I will be sure to link some really great tutorials, places that I learned how to do macrame, and I hope you will enjoy those because they're really good and it's actually really, really therapeutic. The next thing we are going to do is create our tassels. You start by just wrapping wool around some kind of object. I'm using this really small book. It's where I usually plan my YouTube videos, but you literally just wrap and wrap and wrap the wool around. I remember one DIYer saying that they wrap it around 150 times. I think I definitely did it more than 150 times, but I go by feel and thickness, and that's usually how I know when to stop. But that's basically all you do, is just wrap it, and then you slide underneath and wrap, make a little tie so that it can be tight. You cut it off at the bottom, and that will give it that fluffy kind of texture and kind of look like a ragdoll's hair. But it's really simple, and then if you want to make it more of like a pom-pom effect, you go tighter, and you usually go in a circle. But if you want to do the 2 types of tassels that I'm going to be doing here, one that has like a little bobblehead at the top, and then this one that is just straight all the way down, you can do that. It's really easy. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it's just a lot of tying little knots and wrapping wool around something. Hey friends, Editing Sim here. I just wanted to say that this DIY, as with all of the DIYs I do, just got complicated real fast for some reason, and apparently the color just changed on the screen. That's great. It hit a hiccup when I tried to sew the wall hanging, and I had recorded that entire thing of me sewing the wall hanging, but actually it came out so badly because of it was crochet material. It actually ended up stretching out and looking weird and lopsided and not fitting onto the dowel the way that I wanted it to. So I ended up undoing that entire thing and decided that I would shorten the wall hanging. I would take it and I would make it a quarter and then 3/4 on the back, and then only using 4 of the table runner pieces as opposed to the entire set of 6. This is just kind of what DIY is. It's readjusting the plan, thinking it's gonna work, and then it doesn't, and then just trying and trying and trying again. So it does, the video will skip ahead now, but it shows you this new idea, this new process, this new wall hanging that I decided to do, and it really does come out super cute. So I hope that you will continue watching, and I cannot wait to share the end product with you. Here it is right now. As you can see, there are the pom-poms, the beaded piece, the macrame piece, and yeah, the entire piece. The 4 panels are there at different like heights. I think heights is the word, and then obviously that's where the dowel is gonna go. I'm still thinking that maybe I should separate the beading and the macrame and do like 2 individual loops, but I'm not sure. I want kind of a more asymmetrical kind of vibe to it, and not so like everything is like beautifully cascading in order. I kind of like a bit of asymmetry, so I'm going to do that. Right now I am going to fold it over the dowel, which is again that long wood piece, and hand stitch it so that it falls over, and then I am going to add my pom-poms to each of the areas that I've already placed them in, so just tie them in, and yeah, we should be done. And then I'll hang it up for you guys. Yeah. Hold up. So, I should need markers. Unfortunately, I'm not going to drill into the wall and hang this up because my dad hates it when we drill in the house without his permission, and even with his permission, he doesn't like it. So what I'm gonna do is just hang it off of a different section of my room in the final piece to show you guys. This was actually fairly easy. I just got too much in my feelings about it, and sometimes you have to take creative detours, which is what I did. But honestly, at the end of the day, I think I'm still gonna arrive at a really beautiful result. And it's on trend with what my room is right now. Boho, farm style, vintage granny vibes. You know what I mean? Cute granny vibes. That's all that it is. Okay, let's get started on the sewing portion. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I just don't know. All of this, I'm sorry. Okay, this is what we have so far. Not bad at all. It looks kind of really cool, just like this. But obviously, we are not basic girls. We are not basic people. And yes, there is a stain there. Dang nabbit. It's fine, I'll take it out after. But how cool? So excited. I love it. Oh, okay. So now I'm gonna add the pom-poms and the beadwork and the macrame. And yeah, this actually really works. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. I love it when creativity works out. I love it that when I see something in my head and then it actually happens and I make it and it's happening. Chef's kiss, amazing. Okay, let's move on. Hey friend, just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. I do realize that I forgot to film an outro for it, so this will be the outro. Thank you so much for watching. I really had fun doing this project. In the end, it came out so beautiful, so granny chic vibes, and it really lifted me out of my funk. I hope that wherever you are okay, you are taking care of yourself, being kind to yourself, and that you have somebody to talk to love on you, to take care of you. We all need a little bit of that right now. I will see you in the next video, and don't forget that I love you and I like you. Sunburst flower.